Hi everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Daily Endeavours for Tuesday the 21st of October. So we've got a 15 seal set. As always, timecodes will be in the description if you want to skip ahead. It's a pretty fun set. This one here, I'd go stealing from the environment, skeletons, and either a duel or... yeah, any of these options are fine, really. I'd go duel if you can find someone. If not, I'd probably go Runestones, especially if you have a enchanting survey. Okay, so I'll go through a duel first. When you go up to another player, it'll have a little button prompt at the bottom near your health bar, and if you just hold that down, it'll bring up this wheel. This is the invite to duel option. So you'll just invite them. It'll start a duel. You'll get like a flag on the floor, and you'll just fight to the death. And as soon as one of you dies, that's it. The only way to forfeit it is when the flag goes down. If you run too far away of that flag, it will forfeit the duel for you. It'll still work for the other person, so keep that in mind. So either kill them, have them kill you, or have them leave, so long as the player knows that the duel will be forfeited for them. Maybe if they've already done it and they're just helping you out for it. The best places, I think, to find a duel, usually there's people running around the way shrine in Vocal Guard. There's a lot of people here usually looking for a duel. Even if you're not good at duels, just to get it done quickly, it's very quick. Usually takes like a good player can kill you in like a few seconds usually. You can also try places like Wayrest and Stormhaven, or Craglorn, or maybe outside like at the way shrine in Vivek City, maybe stuff like that could probably be a good spot. Okay. For stealing items from the environment, there's only one place I like to go. I know you can go to Necrom and do this easily in the Underways, but everyone's got access to this option, which I think is better once you unlock this way shrine. This is Gem and Flask, this building here, just in Craglorn, just slightly south of the way shrine here. If you haven't been here, take any of the houses here via home tours. I'll have a video in the description explaining how home tours works, how you can use it to teleport around. As soon as you get to Craglorn, this way shrine will unlock, and then you've got easy access to this place from that point on. So just come into Gem and Flask, upstairs, and this spot right here, everything is considered to be stolen if you grab it, and there's nobody up here to stop you, so you won't get a bounty by doing this. So yeah, that's what I'd recommend. Just come up here and do that. But yeah, there's heaps of stuff up here you can take as well. There's sometimes like a rabbit down here that you can grab a bit of game on, and then there's a cupboard up here that you can steal stuff as well. And then if that's not enough, all that stuff in there, you've also got there's a couple of barrels out here as well that you can steal stuff from. There's a crate over here. As far as I'm aware, you can't get spotted by stealing any of this stuff. Maybe this stuff down here, but I haven't been spotted yet, so... yeah, as far as I'm aware, you can't. And if you want to go somewhere to either sell or launder this stuff here, there is the Outlaws Refuge right here. So yeah, that's kind of why I use this place, because it's so easy to access everything around it. When you're in here, just go through this little gap in the fence. Down here, the fence is right here. Just talk to them, and you can either sell everything here. If you end up getting decorative wax, I suggest holding on to that. Launder that instead. Because decorative wax, if you sell that to a guild trader, if you get a big stack of it, maybe like 50, and then sell them, and it's 500 gold each. It's crazy. So yeah, you can get those from some of the boxes and the backpacks and stuff. So yeah, you might be able to get a couple of those today. Alright, next up, skeletons. So, a bit of a different option today. Because of the Gone Pursuit and foes in Cold Harbour being an option, consider coming to Avaloria. This is a delve in Cold Harbour that actually has skeletons. So if you want to do both of these at once, just get a few of these at least. This is an option for you. So if you haven't been to Cold Harbour before, again, my recommendation is either get someone to bring you to this way shrine, or if you don't want to rely on people, you can use Cold Harbour Surreal Estate through the home tours. Again, just watch that tutorial video if you want to learn how to teleport here, and then you won't have to do the main quest to actually access here. If you want to go over to the northern side of Cold Harbour, you do need to complete the quest line there, progress the quest line to get here. If you want Vaults of Madness, just be aware, there are skeletons in here, but this doesn't count as Cold Harbour foes for the Gone Pursuit, so it's not really worth bothering with. But yeah, just come through here, you'll find some skeletons to kill. There'll also be some worm cultists. If you have the quest from the island of Stirk, for charging the Meridian Lens. Do get that too, I'd say, because there are worm cultists in here, and killing worm cultists is one of the ways to charge the do the quest for the Meridian Lens. So yeah, some other stuff you can get from here, but the worm cultists themselves don't actually count for the skeletons of Dever, obviously. So some other options here. The main options I would suggest to you, if you don't have, like, these are the easiest options to reach, right? Because yeah, the other option is like it's more annoying to reach, but like after you progress through the game, it's the best. So one of the easy spots, if you go to Devon's Watch, start the quest for Devon's Watch. You just start it here and then come over here, and you'll be able to like get this straight away. So talk to this guy in here, and then you'll have access to the crypt in Devon's Watch. This has skeletons all over the place in it. That's an easy option to get to because this way shrine is unlocked by default. There is also in Kanathi's Roost the Temple of the Morning Springs. There's lots of skeletons here, and this is easy to reach because you can just get the Moonmirth house through home tours. Just go there, travel east, and then you've got easy access here. As far as I'm aware, they're the two easiest options. Because yeah, all the skeletons in Auridon are to the north. You might be able to use dolmens, though it's pretty rare to get skeletons specifically. Like, you could get lucky and get them, but most of the time it's like Beasil, Daedra, and Dremora, and vampires, and all sorts of other shit. So yeah, whether you or not you get anything is yeah, up in the air. That being said, you'll probably do all the other Gone Pursuit foe based ones there anyway, so yeah, it's probably worth trying. Maybe. The best option though for doing skeletons is Banished Cells 1. The reason for this is Banished Cells 1, as soon as you enter, basically, you go past 3 Banekin, and there's 5 skeletons straight away in the next room. The reason this is so good is you can travel to this from a wayshrine immediately, go in, kill the 5 skeletons, go out, and it takes you straight back to the wayshrine, so it's really convenient. It's also an instance area, so you don't have to worry about other players going in and killing everything. Like, if someone was going to Cold Harbor to do that area Avaloria, when you go in there, stuff might be dead, and then you have to wait for it to respawn. It can be quite annoying, like running around there and not being able to kill anything. Whereas this, as long as you're not in a group with anyone, everything in here is like ready to go on when you are. So yeah, it can be really good. And then just go to the exit up here, and you just go straight back to the wayshrine you came in from. In this case, I think I'll be in Cold Harbor. Yeah. Alright. Option number 4, Runestones. So that's the runestone there. You can usually tell where they are based on the orange glow on the floor, or you can usually see that sort of A-shaped this like pillar thing that you can usually see them in. So yeah, just loot them and just 5 of those, and that'll be the endeavor done. Now you'll probably want a little bit of inventory space because it will get filled up quite quickly. Because each one will give you a couple of runestones that will take up an inventory spot each. Whoa, lag. Holy shit, that was crazy. Okay, now, another thing that might help, this is probably the one that it helps the least on, because runestones are honestly one of the easiest things to spot, but if you go to grass and turn it off, you might be able to see more runestones through the grass. Yeah, it's not super important. As long as you can see the little orange glow on the ground. There's another one. We need one more. That was very quick. You might not get this fortunate with the runestone spawns. Sometimes it can take a while. Yeah, wow, 5 for 5, huh? Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just clear this map a bit. Yeah, I'll keep that. Take everything else away. Right, I'll let you take a picture of this if you want, or pause it. This is, as far as I'm aware, this is most of the runestone locations in Craglorn. So you don't need to come to Craglorn, especially for runestones, but if you're on the lookout for other stuff, Craglorn's great because the wood nodes, the cloth nodes, the blacksmith and the jewelry nodes, they all drop Nurkrux, which is a great resource. You can sell it or use it for yourself for various things. So yeah, Craglorn's the only place to get that stuff. But if you just want runestones, honestly, any zone's fine. You just need to know where to look. Like, for example, like you can just spawn at a way shrine, and then from there just basically travel in a straight line, and you'll eventually find some. But yeah, sometimes some of the zones can vary quite a bit. Yeah, Craglon is just like a really dependable one. Okay, last stop, defeating enemies with Scribed Kills. Now, there's two ways I suggest you go about this. It's like a two-lane fork in the road. Do you have a lot of Scribed Skills? You might be better off just using lots of AoE Scribed Skills to kill shit tons of stuff quickly. Or if you've got barely anything, I suggest you just use the initial skill that you get from completing the first quest and just killing critters. So let me just go through them. Killing critters route. You just need a single Scribed skill, anything that just deals damage, that's it. You will get Wield Soul with magic damage, Lingering Torment, and I believe it's Breach to start with, or Maim, one of these two. And then you can, like, you get those from the very first quest, second era of scribing. As soon as you do it, just takes a few minutes, you can do this. So just set up something like that, or any other skill that just deals damage, it doesn't matter. So in this case, I'm just going to show you Shattering Knife, because I've got that unlocked. So you just go and find some critters. Conveniently, there are some critters in the wings of the Scholarium here. So you can go into these and kill the critters here. The only issue is these aren't actually instants. They are open areas that other players can come through. But if you're in here and these haven't been killed yet, you can just go through and kill the deer. There's like rats. Oh, not rats so much. I think it's like, yeah, rabbits, squirrels, that sort of thing in these areas here, and you can just kill these things, and that counts for the endeavor. I don't think there'll be enough for 40 just from the Scholarium alone. You'll have to kill more than that. But this is the first area you can go through. So the Wing of the Indrik over here, the Wing of the Netch has some critters, and the Wing of the Griffin. Unfortunately, the Wing of the Dragon doesn't have any of those. Neither does the unnamed wing. Alright, so if you want other areas outside of the Scholarium, Monkey's Rest is probably one of the best. There's 30 monkeys. Again, you can just kill them. They have 1 HP. So this way shrine you start with, so you can just go northwest. Unlock this way shrine, and you've got easy access to that. Stonefalls, the area just outside the stable. Over here, there is a bunch of little spider critters that you can kill. Again, this way shrine's one you start with by default, so it's easy to get there. Alakid Desert is also great. You've got Goat's Head Oasis over here. Funnily enough, this has got goats in it, so you can also kill them, do the same thing. They've just got 1 HP. So home tours, either of these houses here, Houses of Silent Magnifico will be, yeah, just fine for getting here. Now, as for the AoE route, the reason you want AoE is, 1, lots of enemies at once with low HP, AoE stuff's better for that. Secondly, single target skills, they have a higher chance to apply stats effect. Now, the problem with this endeavor will be anything else, class skills, weapon skills, light attacks, proc stats, and status effects. If those are the last thing that kills like a target with more health than just 1, then that's not going to count for this endeavor. So you want to eliminate all of that stuff as much as you can. And the only one you can't really eliminate is completely is status effects. But the thing is, with AoE skills, the amount of, or the chance you have of applying status effects is actually lower than that of single target skills. So it also doubles down on that. So you want to run AoE skills if you can. So here's just a bunch of weapon skills that I use. So Contingency, Burst or Soul Burst, Traveling Knife, and Trample. These are the sort of the 4 main ones I use. There's others. You know, you've got you've got Elemental Explosion. The AoE is massive, but the cast time is 2 seconds. Sometimes I find that to be a bit of a pain dealing with. You've got Smash, you've got Vault, and you've also got Bannerbearer. Bannerbearer is actually quite a nice one to think about. With shock damage as the focus, it increases your direct damage done by 6%. That is most of the damage you're going to be dealing with scribing skills. So that's actually a really good option if you can get it too. Or you can just go maybe physical damage, so all martial damage, or go magic damage, which is, it's not just like the actual magical damage, it's also flame, shock, ice damage. So just sort of have all of your scribing skills like go towards one damage type, which is what I've done here. I've got bleed damage, which is martial damage. I've got physical damage, martial, and then physical damage, which is martial. And you can, I'm pretty sure all of these you can have a form of magical damage as well. The only issue is with Traveling Knife, I wouldn't use this unless you have the multi-target focus. Because if you don't, it only hits a couple of enemies at once usually. Usually just one. And it's not really worth it for AoE stuff. But if you do have multi-target and you're a stamina build, using this is great. It's honestly my favorite AoE option here. So my preferred place to go to, you can use public dungeons. Maybe today, try and consider something like Village of the Lost in Cold Harbor if you want to do the Golden Pursuit, or you can try Sanguine's Domain as well for the bestial and humanoid Daedra. Just be aware, both these places are probably going to be quite busy with players trying to do the same stuff. There's also in Necrom you've got Gorn. This has bestial and humanoid Daedra in it too. There's lots of them in here. There's also humanoid Daedra in the Apocrypha public dungeon, the Underweave too. I think there's a couple more, but not many that come up at the top of my head. But if you just want to get kills, regardless of the enemies that you face, Wayrest's one, I believe, is your best option. So again, Home Tools would be the best bet here. Use Garden House, get here, and then you can travel via Wayshrine whenever you're ready. And it's really convenient again, just like the option for skeletons. Obviously, you can do Banished Souls 1 if you want, but the enemies there will be a little bit tougher than the stuff you're dealing with in Wayrest's 1, particularly at the start of Wayrest's. Okay, so I'll just go travel there now. Wayrest's 1. The enemies in Wayrest's 2 are much tougher. I should just also point that out, so don't bother with that one. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just group up all these skeevers. That's why this place is so good. All these really weak skeevers here is great. So, just trying to see if I can... Oh yeah, I'll have to go all the way around. The only annoying thing about multi-target Traveling Knife is the range. It's only got a small range. Okay, grouping them all up. Just try and stay away from them while you're grouping them all up, because it is skeevers, but pointy skeevers still does a shit ton of damage. So, alright, just gonna use them all together. Trample, Contingency, Burst, Traveling Knife, and yeah, they're all dead already. You can see already halfway. Come through here. Do the same thing, so... Well, I think I didn't pull there. Okay, so I'm just going to pull them. I will pull these guys as well. If it's too much, don't do this. It's fine. But what I usually do is just... I come into this spot here. And what it does, it pulls all the ranged enemies to basically the same spot. Then a Contingency... Burst, Trample, do all that stuff. Now the good thing about Trample is the range is huge. So you can see how far it's traveling all the way over there. So Trample is like on its own fine enough, because you can just group up all the enemies in just like a hallway, and then just keep hitting them with Trample, and they'll all die eventually. And like most of them won't even hit you. Yeah, there we go. We're all done. And then just finish off all the little stuff. Oh yeah, one more thing I forgot to mention. Both Burst and Contingency have Lingering Torment. These damage over time effects, while they are different to the actual damage of the scribing skills, these still count as killing enemies with scribe skills, so you can use these, it's fine. The one you want to make sure you don't use is the Assassin's Misery. The reason is... Yeah, this one here. So, increases chance to apply status effects, and some of them it just applies them straight away. So, again, status effects don't count, so don't use that. But yeah, Lingering Torment, Warrior's Opportunity. This stuff here will be great for your scribing stuff. I'll put in the description the scribing skills I use and which of the scripts I use for these specifically. I'll suggest like a I mean, you get the point. If you're Magicka, oh yeah, I should point that out too. The resource that most of these cost is based on the damage type that you use. So if you use a magic-based one, it will cost Magicka. If you use a stamina or martial-based damage type, it will cost stamina. There's only a few ones that don't. Like a Traveling Knife, I think... Oh, no, Traveling Knife's fine. It's Contingency and Torchbearer, I believe, that are only stamina or Magicka. Same thing with maybe Elemental Explosion? I'm not sure. Oh yeah, I can't even check anything. Yeah, you get a point. Alright, consider this endeavour set completed. If you have any questions, as always, you just give your boy a holler. But for now, thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for your support as always. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time. Oh, Cat is here to say hello. Meow. No, you don't want to say anything? Alright.